Quant Network is now a finalist of the FinTech Futures upcoming Banking Tech Awards. Quant Army, if you're tuning in, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the videos with your friends and family. I'm not missing the Quant train. We're here back once again to cover Quant, give you guys updates on the project. So from Quant Network, we're proud to be the finalists in the FinTech Futures upcoming Banking Tech Awards. Our Overledger platform has been shortlisted in the Tech of the Future blockchain category. Good luck to all the finalists. We have the full article right here as well from informerconnect.com. Congratulations to all the 2023 Banking Tech Award finalists, Banking Tech Project Award finalists, Banking for Good, Best Bank and FinTech Partnership, Best contribution to economic mobility for consumers. This is very interesting to see, right? It's from CTBC Bank, carrying my way, Morgan Stanley, Empower, African Bank, Above and Pure Letter Bank, PaySafe, and there's a number of different applicants here, man. Quant Network, Quant is one of those projects that has made it into the finalists, guys. That is very interesting stuff. So again, the project, once again, man, a lot of people always mention Quant to me, and I see the project is putting in that work, so that is awesome. From Tokenizer, the BIS using Quant speaks volumes. Think about it. This is a group of 63 central banks for supervisory authorities of the system. The central banks of central banks, they're not going to just partner with some random tech for their CBDC pilots. Very, very true. Keep in mind of the other parties that were used in BIS CBDC projects are Free, UST, SDX, Accenture, MasterCard, Hyperledger. It's not a very long list. Yet it's arguably some of the strongest names in the blockchain space. They're testing the innovations to national critical infrastructure. They're not going to have some random company waltz in and let them register as a solution for the BIS. Also keep in mind that the UST had also partnered with Quant a few months prior to this. Makes you think how long this was in the plans. Each of these companies are likely all well connected to the BIS, handpicked by the organizations through careful consideration. That alone should tell you what kind of entities are paying attention to Quant. Beyond this, here was the rest of the participant and user list of Project Rosalind solution. So Canada, Bank of Canada, Bank of England, Hyperledger, MasterCard, Barclays, Amazon, Visa, R3. Needless to say, that's quite a strong list. Of course, we know why the Bank of England chose Quant, but to see the rest of the participant list and factoring in that the BIS is likely the one who orchestrated this whole project, so this not only means that Quant is acknowledged by these companies and institutions, amazing and bullish stuff, by the way, but it's likely that they're on great terms given the success of Rosalind. This is especially apparent as after the news of Project Rosalind, we also saw MasterCard come out with their own multi-token network API patent. What's important is that Project Rosalind was seen as a successful test, and while there is still room to be worked upon, it has since laid inspiration to multiple or other CBDC architecture such as Project Seller and Bank of Korea's CBDC. When you really zoom out, the adoption of growth of SATP is beyond eye-opening. Look at who's paying attention and how it's being applied. Big things take time, and setting an internet standard for transmitting economic value is a big thing. What's important is we continue trending in the right direction. Project Rosalind, Y Overledger with Quant. That is freaking amazing. I'm gonna be dollar cost averaging in. Huge shout out to Tokenizer on the write-up and the thread. So a lot of these companies and banks, man, again, MasterCard, Accenture, SDS, the Bank of England, Bank of Canada, Amazon, Visa, right? It's very interesting to see that they're tied into Quant. Project Seller, the Bank of Korea's CBDC, Project Rosalind. Let's take a look at Bank BIS, right? Bank for International Settlements. That's one of the This is one of the massive banking companies that will be using Quant's technology, the Hyperledger, right? Bank for International Settlements is an international financial, let me make sure you guys can see that, financial institution which is owned by a member of central banks. Its primary goal is to foster international monetary and financial cooperation while serving as a bank for central banks. And what is Quant aiming to accomplish? The CBDCs that could be interoperable with all of these central banks, man. That is some amazing stuff. That is bullish stuff, man, for a Quant. From Joe Bazooka, QNT the 2018 to 2021 ETH of the next bull run. Only my opinion, but buying Quant now under $100 would be comparable to buying ETH in 2019 at $90 to $100. Interesting. Quant in the next bull run could easily see $3,000 to $4,500 in my opinion. A powerhouse. This asset should be sitting next to BTC and ETH in people's portfolios. Absolutely. I'm just saying, hey, I'm adding it to my portfolio. That's for sure. I'm starting to accumulate as we speak, right? Quant Network tokenomics overview, okay? So enterprise licenses, Quant tokens must be provided to Quant Network in exchange for an annual license, okay? Developer licenses. Developers will be able to obtain an annual license to develop applications of Overledger through the purchase of Quant tokens equivalent to a fixed fiat amount. And wow, man. Platform fees. In addition to a license fees, a platform fee calculated as a percentage of the license fee, Quant will be payable by all users and developers. You can't make this stuff up, man. This is banger utility right here. That's why so much people are bullish on Quant. Anytime I live stream, I said it again. Said it in the previous videos I've made, man. I'm gonna be continuously covering Quant because every time I live stream, people say, "Hey, I got Quant in my portfolio as well," right? I'm not missing the train with you guys. Identity and account. A minimum Quant holding amount is put in place for every participant of the Overledger ecosystem. What? The wallet storing Quant is your identity. The private key is your password. And with license fee, you're assigned a BPI key. Awesome stuff, man. Let's keep taking a look. I love this graphic with all this knowledge on Quant, you know, giving it a breakdown on just how powerful the utility for the project is. Transaction processing. Quant tokens are used to validate, sign, and encrypt every transaction that flows through the Overledger. Every enterprise client, developer, user, and application validates each transaction using their QNT link to their ID and account. Wow. Application users will need to hold Quant tokens to be able to run multiple chain applications, MApps. The license key will expire annually and must be renewed with more Quant tokens. Users will need to deposit an amount of Quant that will be used to pay fees to gateways for processing. Users also deposit Quant tokens to cover the cost of any penalties raising for incorrect disputes. Guys, I'm like, you know, just blown back that this is why you really got to research projects and like dive into them, because honestly, when you really dive in and see what the goals and what the project is trying to accomplish, when you really see when you really dive into that, you see like, wow, this project has a goal. This project has so much going for it and has such a great vision, long-term vision for it, for itself. If it plays out the way the team, the developers, the community of the project is aiming to, you know, accomplish, it could be massive, right? It could be like way beyond anything we've seen in the space, right? And this is why you gotta dive into projects. I know a lot of people are bullish on XRP, XLM as well, and the rabbit hole runs so deep for these projects. HBAR as well, right? And like I said, one of the projects that always comes up is Quant, and I just had to dive in. And now that I'm diving in, man, I am just, like, again, mind blown, man. Gateways and staking. To run a gateway, there is an annual fee fixed in fiat to be paid in Quant tokens. Gateways earn Quant or transaction processing. Additional Quant tokens can be staked to increase the capacity of the gateway. The more the gateway operator stakes in the variable deposit, the more requests they can accept, resulting in more Quant earned. Utility token investing and trading. The content is for informational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial advice. A utility token's value is directly correlated with its demand. With more use cases for a token, the higher the demand and value becomes. And that's what we're seeing here with Quant, man. Interoperability with CBDCs, I think, is the ultimate use case going into the world that we're going to see in the future. We already know CBDCs will roll out, whether you want to use them or not. And having exposure to CBDC technology through Quant could be massive for the future. So, Quant Army, let me get your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Share the videos with your friends and family. I'll catch you in the next one.